You're watching Let's Level Up. My name is Rick Perez, and we're going to take a look at Gil Hova's latest Kickstarter, Wordsy. Wordsy is a game for 1 to 6 players, and it actually has some really simple components, and it's really just a deck of cards. Now what we're looking at here, of course, is a prototype, like a lot of the Kickstarter projects we look at here. And just to show you how quick the setup for the game is going to be, there will be several point cards here that will arrange 2, 3, 4, and 5. There'll be a timer card used for some of the advanced rules. And then what we're going to simply do is just give these a quick shuffle for the rest. Shuffle the rest of the deck, and we're going to deal 2 cards per column here that corresponds with each of the points. And what we'll do, we'll put Q, which is actually a bonus card, an S, a C, a Z. So there's a rule here when you're putting out, you can only ever have up to 2 bonuses and up to 2 of each letter. So if we ever are in violation of that, we'll have to basically just discard the card that's in violation, and like this V here, and deal another card. So here we have in the 5 column LP. In the 4 column we have R and H. In the 3 column we have C and Z. And in the 2 column we have Q and S. Now the Z and the Q are each worth plus 2 points, which means if I can use this letter, I'll get additional 2 points here. Now the way that Wordsy works is that each player will have a pad and a piece of paper, and they'll take a look at the board here. And again, I've got a little bit of glare. This is in fact an S, as you can see. Alright, there's a little glare there. I think I took care of it, so hopefully that's a little bit better for you guys. But you can see that we have these 2 letters here that are our bonuses. The Q and the S are in the 2 columns, so if I use the Q, basically this letter is going to be for points. Now, our objective here as a group is to basically each round going to create one word from the letter tiles that are here displayed for us. You'll notice that I can't actually make any sort of intelligent word from these all these consonants here on the board, unless I was speaking some sort of weird mythos dialogue, which I can't, unfortunately. These have to be real words here that we're trying to find. So I actually get to use as many letters as I want, and any letters that I want. But when I'm writing the word that I want, and each letter that I use that happens to be on the table will net me the points in the column that it's in. So if I happen to use a word like loop, for instance, I have an L, there are 2 O's in my word, and then a P. That word would be worth 10 points here. So what we're trying to do is think of the biggest word that we possibly can that would net us the most points. Now typically we're going to have 10 points here, 8 points here, 6 points here, and 4 points there. So that's a total of, I believe, 28 points that we'd have to have an opportunity to make our words worth. But we have 2 bonus points here. That is an additional 4 points if we can find something in the English language or whatever language that we speak that allows us to do that, which would give us a total of 32 points for this particular set of Wordsy tiles. Now, Wordsy is a really, really competitive game, depending on the group that you're playing with, but it really makes you think, and I think that's where Wordsy shines. When you compare it to other letter-type games where you're forming words, Scrabble comes to mind, some things like that. The genius and the simplicity of this design, I think, is very apparent, because, again, it's very easy to stop and think. There is a timer there, so the first person who does it gets to time everybody else, put people on a timer. And there are a couple of rules that you need to follow when writing your words. So, for instance, you can't jump easily to different words. Like if you did loop, I couldn't do looping or something like that. So that's very important to keep in mind whenever you're doing, whenever you're creating your actual word. So Wordsy itself is a really, really fun game, and one that I think everybody should take a look at here on Kickstarter. The link to the project is in the description of this video, so please look further there, or you can look at letslevelup.net. I'll have a link there on the website as well. Wordsy is fairly cheap to get into if you look at the Kickstarter page, and Gil Hova is an excellent designer, so I definitely think this is one that everybody should check out, especially for your more your more wordsy friends, for lack of a better term. Those people who really like word games, really like challenging, brain-teasing games. Wordsy is really, really strong there for that particular audience. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you like it. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Please check out the Wordsy Kickstarter. Gil Hova is an awesome guy, a really, really talented designer, and all of his games have been smash hits for me. So take a look at that. Again, the description of that is on the link for that is on the description of this video. And please follow us on all our social media, and we'll have more content for you in the weeks to come. Thanks so much, and game on.